No.
Let's get
It's
ourselves.
a turn-based fighting game.
Let's get ourselves into this here Vidya Gamer.
I'll go and turn off my fan.
I feel like
It's 3 a.m. It's not too bad.
58 months. Allow me to give you a window into the world of the greatest Ace Attorney. Chronicles.
Well, he's only great. Don't buff up his ego too
Let
much
me
now.
buff his ego as I please, sir.
His ego needs a buffer.
An adventure of the unspeakable story.
well, then why are we speaking?
Because we can.
But it's unspeakable.
Shush. It's narration time.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced
Yeah, I
the
am.
thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistols I cocked it, and I waited breathlessly in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
Jasp.
Oh no, it's Sif.
Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. Now in theaters.
No.
No, he made a funny.
I made a
don't want to
funny, my
support
very first line
No.
in several weeks, and I just had to get it out there.
How
Hello.
dare you do this to me, Christian?
Very easily.
In the middle of my exercising, too.
In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country.
Give me like 2 seconds. There we go. Fuck.
I'll need more than that to get back into my
Oh, God.
Ryunosuke voice. And in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious
Victorious.
in the Victorian era. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court,
Oh, fuck.
which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur and unknown student of law from a faraway land. So, life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram.
Not a telegram.
It's been a
15th
couple of
April,
months.
9:13 a.m. Not a
Hell
Hodo's
leg
legal
gram.
consultancy.
I think the last case was something like February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Knock, knock.
Snow was still on the ground.
That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy.
Hold on, I turn on my air conditioner gently.
But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san?
Yes. Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today?
I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I?
Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me.
But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite?
Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food.
She does, doesn't she?
And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see. What case is it today?
Here we go again. The case is right behind me, isn't it?
The most
man.
amazing, the most wonderful,
So-
stunning,
Hey!
stunning.
It's our office.
It's our
For the first
office.
time in these 5 cases.
Yeah.
It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now.
Oh man, hydrate you better. Will.
But I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle. I too shall have a sip.
Oh, would you like some tea, Naruhodo-san?
Thank you, Susato-san, but I'm alright for now. I just had some water. With the green tea Susato-san makes from time to time and Iris's unique herbal infusions, this place is paradise for a true tea lover.
Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think?
Well, it's in the name. So this is the tea set that Susato-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter.
Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruhodo-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know. I don't like to see you screw up your face, so...
You're screwed up, Christian.
I've investigated thoroughly, but there's nothing here.
You nerd. You've done it to me.
Ooh. Ah, the Daruma doll I brought with me from home. Daruma? Still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color the other eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but...
But you have one, haven't you? Twice, in fact.
because I feel as though I'm still lacking as a lawyer. I tell you what, why don't you color the other eye in once you think I'm a proper, fully fledged lawyer?
If you insist.
Never.
I will have to wait a while.
Last knocking fell into the end of case 11.
We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already.
You could tidy up once in a while.
Susato-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause.
And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework.
Ah. She wins, but I'm supposed to be the lawyer here.
Anything else on this screen?
Yeah, there is. There's
I know,
something
I'm
there on
saving the
left.
best for last.
Oh, okay. We can't look at the ladder. Ah, this must be the telegram. Let's see.
Oh, exercise done.
No, you mustn't look at that. Not under any circumstances.
All right, I won't.
I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but you can be very mischievous at times.
Then put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. Oh fuck, I gotta open the achievements tab.
Oh, fuck. Ah, don't you dare. Roll of onion.
It's okay, I was busy Googling. God, there are so many. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well, and the anemones too.
It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea, behind glass, inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness.
Having to clean it out and change the water isn't so great though, is it?
Well,
Do you know, I've never seen inside your room there, Susato-san. I've never even peeped inside.
I should think so, too. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know.
Whatever you say, young maiden. Maidenless?
is that everything except for the thing?
I think so, yeah.
Alright, here comes the best recurring investigation object in all of Rinosuke's office.
That spade has been in here since we started renting the place.
Oh, that's not a spade, Naruhodo-san. It's a shovel.
No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade.
No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel.
I don't want to dig a hole for myself, so let's leave it. For now.
We'll be back.
The ladder in the
Part-
distance, like, first time.
You got part 1 of 8 in an achievement.
Yeah.
Incredible.
The story continues.
So, what was it about?
What Naruhodo-san?
The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean?
Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that.
Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram.
That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing.
Oh my god, Susato, please. What is this?
I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point.
Alright, I understand.
Tell you when Cosmo tells you.
I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he?
More of them are. Thanks for the raid. Hi, everybody. We're playing Greatest Attorney and doing all the silly voices.
Hello.
Lol.
Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away.
A fortnight ago, we had that very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness.
Yes, I know what I
Fortnite?
said. I love Fortnite.
Shut up! But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well.
Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san?
I was just wondering what might have become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London, that's all.
You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeeks, the Reaper?
Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case.
Reaper? Oh man!
Wow, we are really modern, aren't we? Fortnights, Reapers. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dark can be saved from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London.
The man died.
Oh, well, you know, it happens.
Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery.
Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means...
That the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps?
Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding.
I really wanted him to say direction, I'm not gonna lie.
If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the sword of justice himself.
Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months.
not getting
Been in on both.
not getting justice on Soseki-san.
Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants.
Acquainted defendants.
Well,
No, I don't think so. Apparently Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter.
oh? I can never read that guy.
Yes, since Ozeki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems.
Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So, it's just been me who's had to face him in his recent spate of trials, then? Just my luck.
I wonder if luck doesn't come into it.
Sorry? What was that?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
What was that, indeed? What do you know, Sussy Susato?
Wait!
Ah!
We have something to show her.
That's true. Hold on. Let me. So I'm grabbing a phone.
I'll grab some water.
And I'll grab a sandwich, BRB.
Excellent. Kazuma.
Under the armband.
Sorry. No, I had to call a cab. Oh, God. Rough.
It means a great deal to me, you know. That you cherish his armband so and wear it each time you appear in court.
Well, I was actually going for a joke here. Well, it's very important to me.
Christy, please.
It's what shows that I'm a lawyer.
Cesar, thank you for the tier 1 for 29 months.
It has
wasn't
really been
it-
that long.
I wasn't expecting such a sincere conversation all of a sudden, to be honest, Susato-san. And whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength. Through Kazuma.
Bye, Noah!
+1 armband of Kazuma.
I absolutely can't be without it. Especially when I'm at a critical point in a trial.
But just the other day, I noticed you were wearing it when we went to visit that park.
Sometimes I forget to take it off.
Alright, now we can move. Unless...
We can, but we immediately have to go grab an achievement once we do. In fact,
Okay,
2.
Okay.
In fact, several.
Actually, I think first will be a fucking jump scared by Iris.
Ah!
Morning, Reno. Morning, Susie. Good
Hello?
morning, Iris.
Iris?
I hope you're ready, Ray.
Here.
Why is... Huh?
I think the composer here had a bit of a hiccup.
What is it, Bruno?
What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled.
Oh, yes. You noticed that, did you? Harley isn't in the best form this morning, it seems.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Good morning.
Good morning to die, perhaps.
Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before.
My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead.
Oh my god.
Oh man, what happened?
Damn this blanched existence! That's all it is, my dear. Oh, the consequence.
Oh my god.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate?
It's done.
Some dry toast and a sip of coffee for me, if it's not too much.
Duck?
Meow. It did it itself, you know. It did it itself, you know.
Yeah, it's funny if you do it.
Oh.
Kitty!
Oh, look, it's Wakaha.
It's like a hi.
Good morning, boy.
Hi!
Duck?
You gonna make it do every single one?
Yeah?
All right. Meow.
We'll get your voice in a couple of minutes, but you need to contribute something here.
You give me a speaking role?
That must be a door for tiny cats to use.
But how did it get there? You'll have a voice soon enough.
Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris.
It would indeed. Fine day, should I?
Jesus Christ.
What the hell happened to Mutherflager?
Ah, I knew something.
Is
was
this
different.
is this his Neo Roanoke side coming through?
Yeah, he's been reprogrammed.
Oh,
Hi, Jay, you bet I will.
Whoa!
something's missing from Mr. Shums's desk. Well, whatever.
Oh my god. Alright, Christian, what's my achievo I gotta do immediately?
We are going to first look at the fireplace.
This is Sholmes after Shinjuku.
The fire's burning comfortingly in the grate again
thanks for the
today.
raid. We're playing in Grace Turn, you're doing all the silly voices.
Wak wak wak. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow.
Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be?
Ah, look at this photograph.
Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Achievement, the woman for having... Hey, Christian, can you give Ray a woman?
Pardon? The blackboard.
Oh, yes, the blackboard.
It's pretty green, to be honest. This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see, what does it say today? Ah, the Boscombe Valley Mystery.
Oh, how intriguing. It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my. I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us.
Susato-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you could imagine.
Yes.
We are pretty much done until part 3 of this case.
Is there
Wow.
new dialogue for examining everything, Christian, or what?
Here and there, yes, there should be.
Do you think I should
Like,
bother?
Like, you know, they update. It's always like similar, but with new details and new little gags and goofs.
So should I bother?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
It's free.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently. But there's paper already set up in the typewriter. Look, as if she's about to start.
That reminds me. When I mentioned that Iris is in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed.
Ah, yes, Mr. Natsume.
That's what I'll be doing too, once I'm back in Japan, he said through tightly clenched fists and teeth.
Doc, can we get a that's what I'll be doing too?
What was my voice?
You better find it again, because he'll be back in the next game.
No, he's gonna have a different voice.
All
Japan
right.
will have changed him.
True.
Iris's beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain.
The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea.
Yes, I do believe the violin achievement was last case.
Yeah.
That's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems.
Science is the future, Mr. Naruhodo. You can't deny it. I'm saving my money so that I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well.
Law, chemistry, takedown throws. What diverse skills you boast, Miss Susato.
As useful as they are, I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion in that list.
Well, they are your greatest asset.
What?
These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from La Carnival would be on display here.
Oh my god.
A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing man, a bust of Napoleon.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the same.
Looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather like what's on my shelves.
Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo.
No favoritism there at all.
The tea.
I'm gonna run to the kitchen real quick.
It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee.
Coffee.
It seems very sturdy, with an equally sturdy lock.
Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous.
How did you come to that conclusion? A child.
The child.
Wagga hi.
No.
There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment. Days!
Oh, it's such a charming, untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it?
It just looks messy to me, like my desk.
But you, Miss Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself.
No favoritism there, then.
You must learn.
Look at Mr. Shums's desk. It's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it?
We can never help to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo.
Nor would I want to.
Why, next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite.
That's scarily plausible, actually.
It really is. You just show up and it's all gone.
We still have the VR.
That's it.
The VR bullet holes. Ah yes, the letters V and R inscribed on the wall in bullet holes. Isn't it the initials of the Queen or something?
It's so delightful to see it in the flesh, having read about it in the stories. It was so inspiring. I fired 100 arrows into my own wall at home to make the characters for of Susato, you know?
But perhaps there are some things the great detective does that you don't need to copy.
Well, I think.
A child.
A child.
Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then.
Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy.
It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses.
Oh my gosh!
If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place.
I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience.
And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed.
True!
Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable.
Bad things happened the last time a cat was on board, so... Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from?
Are you ready for the dumbest invention of your entire existence?
Hell yes.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh, you noticed? You're very observant, Reno. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention.
What is that?
I call it the Cat Flap-O-Matic. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right. I can make a cat flap for a little furry friend.
Oh, fuck, I screwed myself over with extra right click.
Like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it at any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see.
Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap, rather than making a machine to make the cat flap?
Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like.
This is gonna be relevant.
Yep.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris.
Why? She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Well, bye.
Chekhov's cat flat gun. All right, Mr. Sholmes, I've got something to present to you.
I don't think he cares.
Mr. Sholmes, could I ask you for your opinion about this?
You lure me to raise my languid head with the promise of some mental exaltation. Yet in my morbid depression, I am confronted with the most mundane of problems.
Oh,
My mind finds greater stimulation in the underlying monotony of the floor than in your miserable offering.
always glad to help.
Oh, my head is heavy.
He's so depressed.
He is a sad boy.
Wanting to die.
Man, it is.
You
now.
seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? You can talk to me. We're friends.
Used to be the case, but in my hands, this violin sonnet the dawn chorus. Its really sonnet tones would have made flowers bloom.
It would.
Now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
For hours I've bowed, for days even, for the night I have endeavored. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever! No more recitals of unbridled emotion!
Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley?
Don't worry. I'm sure it will come back to you in time.
Heed my words, Sir Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow a genius on a man, the next they unmercifully withdraw it.
Oh, dear.
Speaking from experience, he's right. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left for pity's sake? What is left?
Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for?
Holy fuck. Okay.
Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today.
Well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit.
Oh no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale into insignificance when compared to yours.
You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you?
Jesus Christ.
Brother.
You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's at Windy Banks now.
Oh, I went to that dungeon in 14. Sorry, it's at the Windy Bank, not that one, the previous.
No, Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, wait, what? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? Sorry, I was too busy caught in my Final Fantasy 14 reference.
It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly.
But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you.
Dear madame, things are far from desperate.
But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate?
Making use of a pawnbroker is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you.
It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all.
It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works.
Oh, well, why don't you tell us in exquisite detail?
Ray, is there a big fan on your background?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
It's
I
very...
have 2 fans on.
Oh, God.
Oh, what's to understand exactly?
Teach us.
The fan is on so he doesn't turn out like Sholmes.
What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works?
To the people of London, pawnbrokers are akin to banks.
Banks?
On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week.
Okay.
And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see. Especially people in inner London.
And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise.
Oh. How ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks, you see.
A pawnbroker can be thought of as an extremely secure vault.
Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain?
Who indeed?
Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley?
Somehow I get the feeling the pawnbroker will be our next cream sign.
What does it matter? The world is dead to me now.
Is that was on purpose this time, right, Christian?
That was on purpose, yes.
Okay. I had to make sure, okay?
Meow.
No, Duck, that's the painful one. Louder.
Meow.
Oh, what was that?
Well, guy.
I ain't doing all that.
Screech. Oh, Scree. That's my voice. Scree. Scree.
Yo, Duck, can we get a quack?
Quack.
You're-
What was that?
Oh no! A boy guy is tangled up in your violin! I think he thinks it's a toy.
No! What's he doing to it? Off screen.
Oh dear, Mr. Shum's precious violin.
Why should I care?
What?
I shouldn't be surprised if the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now.
Oh my god!
This man is broken, and no one can fix him.
Mr. Shums really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, Hurley?
Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage.
Oh, jeez.
So this is the violin, is it?
It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world. Made the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari.
Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me.
I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings.
That's a lot still. How honorable of you.
And until today, it has been my faithful companion, every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made! I ask you, is there reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No! There is none!
Jesus!
There is none.
But I suppose it's a fair price to pay for an instrument.
Mr. Shums?
What, dear madame, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fantasies are released from this dull routine!
Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think?
What do you mean, Mrs. Sato?
Oh, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before.
Wait, it's not even the right size, is it?
What's this?
Is that a mystery?
I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all.
Then what?
I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright?
Right! You are quite right! Is it my view of Stradivarius? So what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam?
Not your faithful performing partner, then?
Ah, I see what must have happened.
You do, Iris?
This is just a simple mix-up.
It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her.
Play the music.
What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris?
Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windy Banks until last week. At the pawnbroker's.
Oh wow, we're squaring that circle, huh? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner, huh?
There's a proverb from the East, which with you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel.
Yes, indeed.
So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth?
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
I'm quite charming.
Last week, I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear that Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead.
Tawdry fiddle?
But my ears cannot be seen with the hollow timber of this piece of timber.
Oh, shit.
No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings.
Fine state of affairs this is. And why I always say, Mr. Naruto, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time.
Oh, well, anyway.
But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault.
This guy.
Past
Come,
is but
Mr.
legend.
Naruto. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere.
Sorry?
Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect. Frosting your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency which we are faced?
Not particularly.
We must visit Mr. Windybank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes?
Precisely, Mr. Sato. Without a moment's delay.
But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs.
Oh man, let him finish his bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you still not intend to crunch your bacon and increase the vacant aspect, to fresh your egg ever more obtusely.
Well, alright, say no more. Let's go then.
Give me his breakfast!
Don't worry, Reno. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later.
Cheers, Iris.
Thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbrokers looks like. We don't have the internet, so what else do we spend our days with?
Well, I guess
Baker Street.
we're off to Baker Street.
Well, it's right there.
What shall we stay? Hold on.
And there we go. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. Right there.
Huh?
I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodations with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Is there anything you want to get off your mind? Look at all the different things in the window of this shop.
Ah, that's Windybanks, the pawnbrokery.
We actually saw this in the animated cutscene before.
Yeah.
It looks much smarter than a pawnbroker's in Japan, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather unapproachable, personally.
It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Nodohodo.
I must... Well, let your beloved children travel and all that.
Well, that's it.
That's it, there's not a lot on Baker Street.
Away we go!
I believe...
Prepare
Ron
yourselves for so much.
I believe... Oh yeah, there's a lot here.
Oh dear.
I believe Ron should take the upcoming character.
Yes, I
Things
believe
to
so
work
as
out
well.
nicely.
I believe so as well.
So this is a British pawnbrokery.
Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never before laid eyes on.
Ah, Susato-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this.
Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me.
My dear fellows, let's not forget why we are here.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure.
Don't punch her! And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes.
So close. Just...
Bonk.
Bonk.
Well, Ron?
Maybe? Is
That's
it
you.
the gentleman on the left?
Yeah?
Yeah. The stout, portly fellow.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, welcome back.
Perfect.
Did you hear that praise and welcome?
Well, yes, we are potential customers after all.
Grossberg Prime?
We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ire. Come! The fight is afoot!
Fighto.
Oh, look at him.
Look at him.
my goodness.
Unfortunately,
Well, we're not looking at him.
I have to look at so much shit.
Jesus Christ. What
Or
are you
not.
doing, my dear fellows? We are not here to browse for interesting curios. We have come to teach this broker a lesson.
Ah, well.
Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items.
It looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Windybank first before you can explore in here, Miss Susato.
You hear that, player?
Back off!
Wait.
I come here to pawn.
Excuse me.
Mr. Windybank, about this.
Let me see. I'll give you a tuppence for it.
No, I don't want to pawn it.
Alright, we'll
Tuppence
talk
is slang
same.
for 2 pence.
Let's talk to the man.
The man.
Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago.
Uh-oh.
Yes?
Yeah.
Do we have a court record on this guy? Pop Windybank. Papa Windybank.
Oh, Pop! Oh my god!
Very cool.
Keen.
Can.
This second-rate fiddle.
Oh, right.
This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size.
I mean, when you lay it out like that.
Maybe you should have noticed.
A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm so very sorry, sir. Did I peek? Oh, I did. How utterly unforgivable of me, an inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends.
Oh, yeah?
Money? Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I shall have to take my own life.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Buddy! Calm down! Put the gun down! Oh my god! He fucking ran to the door! Holy shit, why do you have a gun at the ready?
Oh my god, my guy, please.
You know, they're playing this music, and if they'd played any other, this would be a very different scene.
The mocap on his run to the desk, oh my god, they were ready for it! Do not pull the trigger.
Just like that. Don't think that will be necessary, do you?
I might just say one thing before I pop off.
Popo in the back.
Oh! Bruh.
Yes?
Hold on. This needs to be shared. This needs to be shared badly. Christian can share it with you if he wants to chat.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's there.
That's good.
It is of no relevance.
No,
It's
it
just
was very funny.
It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe.
Sorry?
Sorry, I couldn't tell him no, and that's good because he sent it to me. That's so good, Lamau.
As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard it. Ah, here it is.
You did?
I did. And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me!
No! Stop my fellow! The fault is mine!
Right, you cannot take it whenever he falls over, and I do not blame you.
Good. It's so good!
Oh, thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
It would appear that the fight is over.
I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated in this tragedy.
Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that. Questionable disposition now, would you?
Do you believe you may be right, sir?
I'm glad we can all laugh about this. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose.
He's only got 2 modes.
Considering the man was 2 seconds away from seeing heaven. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you brought through my door in the past.
Oh? Peculiar items?
In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work. The novels of Herlock Sholmes or some such.
Oh my, a new fully fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I have yet to read, you mean?
Yes. Forgive me.
Wait, before you die, you must tell me more!
Susato-san, stop!
Don't egg him on!
I must know more. Tell me everything.
Wow, Susato-san is really fired up now.
If there really is an unpublished story under this very roof...
Well, one day the gentleman here brought an old metal chest, you see.
God.
I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank.
For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more.
It houses
These words are
something
made
of
up.
great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
I beg your pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript?
This voice is delightful.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I'm shilling and farthing.
Indeed I do, for I am confident you will be...
There's a character named Grimsley Grims in fucking Trails to Azure, so I'm going for a sillier version of that.
Christian. Christian.
Yeah.
Christian.
Yeah.
How fucking dare you?
I'm shilling and I'm farthing.
Shut! Do not.
I don't see any problems.
Oh my god. How could you do this to me?
It's the game. Well, truly, it's real life.
And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom.
I'm stretching. Don't mind me.
I will never die.
Oh, but I might.
Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this?
I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then can you continue to store my belongings securely?
Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you. On my life!
This is all very strange. I say.
Can I examine it?
I'll bet that
Well,
gun
don't leave him hanging.
God damn it.
I'll bet that gun isn't even loaded.
Well, I mean,
About
dear.
that.
if this is
Oh,
a cream
dear.
sign,
Oh my.
I wonder, could I ask you something?
Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it.
Ooh, that's quite nice, actually.
Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull.
Sorry.
Aha!
You have no drip.
But for your splendid trip, ma'am, 5 Guinness, no less.
Oh,
The colors are exquisite, the design exotic, Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say.
Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting.
why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here?
I mean, kimonos are cute.
Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business.
Yeah.
I've heard, you know, sir, I quite enjoy your blinking frames. Have you
Why, thank
noticed
you.
they're very charming? I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London.
Why did you point at his blinking, Christian?
Thank you, I will give you
It-
5
it-
for
it's-
my thank you frames.
It's soft and graceful.
Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned.
What a fine business model.
But what happens if they don't pay you the money?
Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me.
Whoa.
So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed, then?
That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Rests. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all!
Sir.
The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity.
Like, bro.
One should never talk of one's demise so casually.
Sholmes?
Yeah, alright.
Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning.
God. This Farfig Nugan, I swear to God.
I know, right?
I wake up, I'm Herlock Sholmes.
And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such tragedy never occurs.
Oh, what sort of measures?
I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windybank has installed here in the shop.
Ooh, a
Call it-
Chico?
The red-handed recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank?
Ah,
What was that deep sigh about?
What indeed?
What on earth is a red-handed recorder?
Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling.
Eyes? Oh.
I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device.
Very astute. It is indeed a camera! Fires through some 100 pieces of celluloid film.
Stamina.
Stamina.
Fixed camera! And every 30 minutes, precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shot.
Oh, this is a cream sign, alright.
Here, I have an example I can show you. Oh.
Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity of the shot counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive, it uses crystal clear image even in darkness.
What century is this?
What century is this?
Really? That's extraordinary.
Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look.
How'd you manage that one, Jones?
So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed.
Remember that for later viewers.
But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals?
Indeed, as you say, my dear madame.
Then what if the incident were to occur in between times?
One could only say, that would be a cruel twist of fate.
Ah!
I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late.
Stress.
Sorry, meeting.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word.
It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but 2 cameras in my shop, after all. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I am very much older.
Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, no? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price.
Then you pay for it.
No! Heaven help us!
There's fucking guy.
Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin.
Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank.
Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be my only answer!
I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt.
That's the idea.
Foreshadowing.
Oh dear. Fear not!
Sorry?
I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could be possibly harmed.
That's not really what I meant.
Good day to you then, Mr. Windybank.
It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, when he says it like that, it's incredibly unnerving.
So, Mr. Naruto, now we can explore at last.
Hooray!
Hooray!
And there he is, just standing there like nothing happened.
There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there.
That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windybank keeps articles that are currently in pawn.
Ah, I see.
There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly recommend any loss of this activity.
Recommended or not, it's not something I tend to do.
There is but one key, and Mr. Windybank keeps it in his pocket at all times.
We are really... Sorry, go ahead.
Before he sleeps, he places it in a small pot, which he slides under his pillow.
How on earth do you know about that, Mr. Sholmes?
I am a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I am frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain.
Mr. Sholmes, You are a wonder.
And the prime suspect if this pawnbrokery is ever burgled.
Oh dear, is that foreshadowing?
We are doing nothing but foreshadowing.
Oh my.
Tried to click the desk and I missed it, I guess.
Ooh, you were a poet and didn't know it.
Look at that enormous ledger upon the counter there.
Mr. Windybank is, if nothing else, very particular about the recording the items he accepts.
He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger.
Gone.
This revolver here.
Revolve on. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article here, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Windybank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with speed belying his portly size.
Oh, you don't mean he'd...
Blow his brains out? Indeed, in recompense for his blunder.
He'd only
This
sit.
This is quite disconcerting.
Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it?
You really hit us with it anyway.
Ooh, there's a spade over there. Damn it.
Spade is spade.
What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here.
God, I'm trying to eat rice, Susato. God.
Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker.
What does that really mean, though?
When you pawn, or colloquially pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for a agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. Not. He is free to display in his shop for sale, at a price of his choosing.
Oh, yes. Now you've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything.
Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black gauze without fear, my dear fellow.
My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. Kakyoin! I sunbathed on the roof in my student uniform.
What?
What?
You bitch.
Look at this. Look at this lovely big shiny box bee.
That, my dear madame, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country?
Oh my. Yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before.
Shall we listen a while?
Ooh. Oh.
What a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels.
I've never heard anything like it before in my life.
This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants.
Bizarre.
There is a metal disc inside in which the notes to be played are recorded. So by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played.
My goodness. What a simply delightful machine.
Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course.
Science and technology advances at an overwhelming pace.
Wow, science is so amazing!
I was about to say.
Hmm?
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Hey, what system was this originally on? What system was it originally on, Ray?
The Nintendo 3DS.
Yes, yes, it was.
Very smooth.
I have no idea.
Ah,
Imagine if it just ended the conversation right there because it was on PC.
there's a small catch here. There's a small catch just here. Look.
We're going to open it, aren't we? Waka
my.
waka.
That's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism. Thank you so much.
Look at it.
I love Super Mario 64.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna destroy Christian.
I'll never manage to put back the way it was before.
What do you should do?
What? Us? Nothing? No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere.
Have you?
God, we'll
Yeah.
get back to that thing.
Yeah.
Hey Mo, you know what my
Nobody
favorite
supposed-
part of Great Ace Attorney is? The
He's
part where they
Mrs.
talk
Brother.
about it for a long time.
Enormous machine does.
It seems to have two little windows for looking through.
Allow me to enlighten you, my fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope.
Oh my god.
A stereoscope. Fascinating.
It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepiece, see for yourself.
Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look.
Just before you do, there is something I should point out.
Oh yeah.
My dear fellows. In order to see the image stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed.
Ah!
However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today.
Alright then. I'm going to try it. Ah! Mr. Naruto, you must see at once.
Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Are you ready, player?
Are you
So-
receiving these instructions?
You can get away with it without doing it. However, the game is expecting you to try and cross your eyes to see how this works in real life. Alright, get cross-eyed.
What the? You know, this would be much easier on the small 3DS screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
I was never able to do this on my big old computer.
Oh, wait a minute. I've seen this work before.
It does work. I'm doing it right now. It hurts a little because the screen is so big. But it is working. And I'm gonna stop before I give myself a
I
headache.
don't believe
Yeah, I'm
it.
trying it. It's giving me a
It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it.
It's like I can touch you.
God damn it!
I'll never forget.
God damn it!
So yeah, if you can manage to do it properly, it does recreate a sort of 3D to the image.
Oh, you won't need to explain it. The game will.
Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. Fad is an opposite word. They are often found in little stalls in the park. You queue for hours to see them.
Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic?
What black magic is this? Only Kadeen wields such power. It is no magic, my dear man. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall say this lesson for another day.
Thank you.
Oh.
I can hear Christian dying inside.
This will be on the test later.
It will be on the test later. That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th April. Today's date. April 15th. Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Ah!
Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date.
A perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Woodybank.
And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before?
Well, when the agreed storage period is passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say.
Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job.
Hold on.
Oh.
I know who that is. I'm just tossing some ice in a drink. Give me like.
I think I
Well,
know.
we don't know
It's
who
our,
it is.
it's our. I know who this is now. It's only one person it could be. You see.
It's you.
It's Duck in real life.
Yeah, I was actually involved deeply in the development of this game. Because they mocapped me. I'm about to be on screen. It's me. It's me.
Oh my gosh.
Tarek's the guy who did the gun shuffle for Mr. Windy Face. The gun
Goodness
shuffle.
gracious.
The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more.
Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter.
Come on, that can't be right! I've even had a proper butcher's eye!
I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Yeah.
Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her.
Oh yes, it's the young lady from Mr. Gilmigilda's trial 2 months ago.
Ooh, Doc.
Duck.
Her name is Sheena Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer. Earns her crust among large crowds, believing people in their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket.
Dealing with a lot of guns today.
Gordon Bennett, you lot!
Good to see you, kiddo.
Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well.
What's she still have?
What, you remember me then, do ya?
Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure.
So, what you doing in here?
Business.
Down and out like the rest of us? Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel? Saw a coat, have you?
What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it?
Right?
Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes!
So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windermick on your behalf.
Pull the other one, I already know from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business, go on or I'll make trouble for you.
As you wish, Mr. Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence.
It's gone!
He's really done it. He's gone.
I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here.
What is that thing he has in his hand?
Sorry. just,
gun.
just like, get out of here, Sholmes, and he disappears like the Star Trek, like, teleportation noise with all the jingles and twinkles.
Get out
Yeah.
of here. Okay.
Some kind of metal disc?
Oh, boy!
Hey! A metal disc, you say?
Remember this for later.
Whitesnake?
And you, go on, leave me alone! Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest.
Susato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to.
Whatever.
Well,
Have you seen my armband?
You're right. Have
Have
we
I
seen our
my
armband?
I think it's the same as always, yeah. Would you have a look at... That's strange. Where's my armband gone?
Oh, what's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose. You're looking for this?
Yes, but how? And when? And how again?
I got a talent for it, haven't I? Diving.
That's bordering on black magic. And it makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull.
So, what you want to tell me about it then?
Nothing.
Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade.
Yeah, well, I am, alright. I'm a Londoner just like everyone else. Not a problem, is it?
No, not at all. It's just that, well,
Jesus Christ, Christian, fucking...
yeah?
Yeah, I just looked at chat and I saw your little...
Wink?
Oh, I get it, I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see written all over your Chevy Chase.
Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines.
You're not going to deny it, Mr. Nodohodo?
Well, alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people?
Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really.
Well, thank you.
Suppose, sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade. Oh, but not this time, alright, I swear! That thing belongs to me!
The disc that Mr. Winterbank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this.
Well. Shall we? Mr. Bankular.
Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
Ah, this is a music disc, you see. For use inside a music box.
In a music box?
What, you don't even know what a music box is? You still not ain't too savvy, eh?
I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of these discs before.
The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the mic sounders. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays, and your spirits will rise.
Disc X.
Disc X!
It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that.
Oh,
There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. I'm tripping over my own tongue, I apologize.
Ah, I see.
And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it.
Well.
And that, as
I'm
they
going
say,
to finish my food and then take some drink.
That's alright. We can talk. We can have a conversation.
Yes,
Because
we
I'm-
certainly can. Yes, we certainly can.
Little talk me.
Hey,
Yeah.
Damascus. I'm convinced that as soon as I click, it's gonna be Gina. Oh, fuck, I'm wrong. Let's go.
Really? I'm offering more than I should at a penny.
that's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well...
He? Who?
Oh, never you mind. It just seemed right, that's all. That disc with good money, I know it is.
Well then, you'll have to try your luck at some of the pawnbrokers, won't you?
He who?
About this girl here.
She's been in here before, of course, this little tattered...
Yeah?
Tattered
Go ahead.
Demalion.
tattered Romalian.
I see.
And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add.
Tatterdemalion.
A tetragrammaton.
Get
Oh,
real
how
English with
quaint.
it.
A dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me.
So, is there something dubious about the discs she brought in today?
Well, if only it were that simple.
Sorry, what do you mean?
What does he mean?
What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today? Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, right. A girl like me is a lot for stuff with needs storing.
Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious.
The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But as she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank.
The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. It's the overcoat that she redeemed.
Oh. Well, it is quite fetching.
What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this?
Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree to a price.
I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today.
It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say.
For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I'd understood it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on,
Ragamuffin.
I know that one, as she went rifling through the pockets.
Oh, you mean... those pockets?
What? Don't you know it's through the star, lady? Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am.
And she immediately tried to pawn it.
For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think.
I'll give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anything else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me.
It doesn't really appear to be your size.
Me old man, it's me old man's, ain't it?
Oh, fair enough.
Is it, Miss Lestrade?
Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. But I suppose it isn't really any of our business. And that's Duck.
Hi, Doc.
Well,
What am I going for
we need to see him. The most snobby asshole you could think of.
Oh,
JoJo's character.
oh,
JoJo's
it's
character.
JoJo, yeah.
Out of my way, please.
Who's this picture postcard English gentleman?
Jimmy.
Oh, yes.
Jimbo.
Yes. Do your best Albert Wesker.
Baron Seppele?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Hold on, I need to get into character.
Look at this fucker.
Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen.
What's your problem, eh?
There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
Don't look ain't obvious. I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line.
Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket.
Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am?
The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy to remember even the faces of your victims, it seems.
What? You mean from you?
Broker.
Yes, sir.
I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you. No?
Yes.
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my. Nah, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too.
Oh my god, he looks like he's about to summon Star Platinum.
He is a serious JoJo, okay?
You know what? Fuck Wesker, Doug. Go with your original voice, because...
What the fuck was the original voice? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I think he needs to be way more silly than Wesker.
I think just go with what your heart tells you. We'll all
Yeah. Go with your heart, Duckbird.
My heart, you say?
Your heart.
Yeah. A slimy asshole.
He's so slimy.
Okay.
No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation.
Yes. And we have nothing to do with it. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail.
Should we? Really?
Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying. What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never had lead eyes on that dandy before.
Sorry.
Jesus.
One sec. Let's put it down, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now.
No! Oh, I swear to God.
It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little butterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I'd been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets.
Yet again?
You get robbed often?
Man.
Oh yes. As you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by these back slum scoundrels. And now then, relinquish my overcoat.
Or else someone must come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police.
Hold on! Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove. And you think I'm the dodgy one?
I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you.
Well, what about evidence? Yeah! Where's the evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it.
Oh, I have evidence, naturally.
You what?
Uh-oh.
Show evidence.
Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman.
Of course. We need only consult Mr. Windybank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look at the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place.
Yes, brilliant.
I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. I'm afraid
Not brilliant.
It's not possible.
Oh.
Let me explain.
I never ask customers' names. It's a strict policy of mine.
But why not?
Huh?
Oh, now. As you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Anonymity. I know that word. I don't know why I'm tripping over it.
Yes, I see. But then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it?
Oh, it's quite simple, you see. Good sir. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question?
Uh-oh.
Of course, it's... Professor.
Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need.
Huh.
This gentleman is the rightful owner of this article, without doubt.
A watchword. Interesting. We are learning so much today, aren't we?
God.
So about these watchwords, Mr. Winterbank.
As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activity secret, as you can see by this man over here.
That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes, now was it? He's enjoying himself.
Good detectives have no dark secrets, none at all.
Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault.
Oh, yeah?
The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give a storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword.
And if someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article?
Well, wait, how'd she get the jacket then? She must have known the watchword too.
She must have, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
what's
she
going
had-
on here?
Spooky.
That's right,
He's
sir.
just really bad at his job.
Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid.
I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th February, with the watchword of a professor.
Yes, good. Just lean in a bit more, Duck. Good.
All perfectly correct information, sir.
But how?
Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt.
Well,
Well, let's talk to him.
I believe that is what they call Gigi no Ri.
ah!
Excuse me, but who are you? Wait, I have an image to give you.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Okay. One would expect the Inquirer to introduce himself first. Though, clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you.
Having fun now.
Sorry, I just saw this picture, Kristen, because I had to wait for the game because I had to click.
That's pretty good.
Stacks, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
I saw him having fun over there and was like, oh man,
I gotta do this real fast.
I've been struck by inspiration. Oh, sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here.
The Empire of Days.
Oh, yes, Japan. I've heard talk of this. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices.
Ooh, when was the last time we heard this theme? You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was with that theatrical gesticulation about?
Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first, before inquiring after the name of another.
Of course, yes. I'm Ryonosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really.
My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant.
I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Eggbert Benedict.
Oh my.
Clearly a fake name given by this scoundrel.
Dear me.
Enchanté.
He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious.
Yeah, that is.
Can we scramble this man?
I
It's a
summoned
pretty
my
typical
stand.
Ace Attorney
I
name.
summoned my stand, scrambled egg.
Mr. Benedict.
Go, Jane Lestrade.
His art.
Eggbert Benedict.
Look at him.
That is my name. Do not make fun of me.
God.
My overcoat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off.
Hey, she looks good in that too. Aw.
Shit.
Yeah.
If anything, I think a black.
Every move he makes, every breath he takes.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I despise you. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Holy shit!
Whoa!
Oh, hey. How's it going?
Hi. I'm back.
Jeez, that was cold.
I can't stand watching him.
God.
Also, that black would. Oh, that
It
looks.
doesn't
terrible.
look good on you, so.
It looks terrible. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggbert Benedict, sir.
With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back.
I swear, grown-ups.
Persona
Because I'm a
moment.
diver. Everyone thinks that makes me a liar.
Hashtag millennials.
Hashtag millennials.
And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker.
But of course, sir. Here is the Disc X for you.
Just this one?
Pardon, sir?
I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another.
Another disc.
Disc M.
This is the one with Jotaro's memories.
Disc M.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that was deposited with me. All that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. I'm sorry.
I'm sweating.
The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now.
So, Gutterly, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, aren't you?
Oh, says you, eh? I don't know nothing about it.
Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style.
Wait a minute. That disc is mine.
Fuck.
Oh.
What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy enemy.
Oh.
Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc.
It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them.
I found a fist, alright? I mean, it belongs to the old man. So you're not having it. Oh, you take it.
Me?
If I hang on to it, they'll take it off me again. So you keep out of it.
Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important to her? Well, no.
Oh dear.
You there, in the black livery.
Nope.
1 second. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Wait, what?
What does that read?
Oh.
Top of the iron in there, laddies.
Oh.
My Save the world!
Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look.
I didn't give a chance to.
And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. From McGilded.
McGilded? It couldn't be.
But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live.
But why? Why is his name on this?
Oh!
Oh my. You know, I think we were supposed to inspect the blood first, but whatever. Look at all the little bumps on the disc. They're so tiny.
Yes, the protrusions are called pins, and they pluck the teeth of the comb to make notes. And just on the edge, there are a small amount of blood.
Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Eggbert Benedict.
I'm still here.
When Miss Lestrade tried to grab the disc from him, the pin scratched his finger, it seems. Like when you're grating some daikon radish and accidentally cut your finger.
Ah! Just thinking about it hurts. Puts me off eating a radish.
Make me
Well.
scream, god fuck.
Just don't use a grater.
Hand that disc to me at once, please.
No! Don't! He's lying! Grown-ups are all liars!
What do I do now?
I'm a
This will-
grown-up.
This is a decision that will impact the story. How am I going to resolve this?
Mr. Windybank, I need your gun.
I just leave.
Can we?
Wait, hold on. You're right. Can we?
Yeah, check.
Wait, can I inspect this?
Fucking Holmes.
Look at Mr. Windybank watching diligently over his show. There's still so many things I'm curious about. But somehow I don't really feel like this is the right time to be browsing.
Calming this fraught situation must be our first priority.
And I'm fairly certain that we can find just the great thing we need among the articles here in this shop.
Just the great thing we need.
Just a great thing.
Golly gee willikers. Do we let him out of the car? Do we turn off his AC? Do we
Well,
let
we
him
do
out?
have. We still have some shopping to do with these three people on the left.
Right.
Wow, Miss Lestrade is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses his control and attacks him again.
Girl's about to pull out an actual mithril dagger.
Look at those piercing eyes. He's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something.
He's got
No,
a
that'd be
silver
terrible
staff.
as a lawyer. Mr. Winterbank is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this before he reaches for that revolver of his.
It's Farrah's gun!
Ah! Try to click the damn arrow. No, it's doing me in! Well,
You see, sir, ocelots are
You haven't tried
proud
to leave yet? You
creatures.
haven't tried to leave yet?
They prefer to hunt
Oh,
alone.
true.
And they just spitting techniques with a gun. Oh my god, oh my god. No
Oh
fucking
my.
way.
we just walk outside. Just, hey Iris, what's going on?
Hey, check out this disc.
Hey Iris. How's it go? Oh, she's gone. Oh no.
Is she on the right there? Oh, she's gone.
No
Can we
Iris.
show the disc to
Oh yeah, hold on, you're right. Holy shit.
Incredible.
Hey, look at what I stole from the pawnbroker.
Hey, I know they're still fighting over there, but what do you think about this, Susato?
So about this.
Wait, I must have more time to examine it thoroughly.
Really, there's no need. If it's not relevant at the moment, you can just say so. Chisato-san takes everything so seriously, unlike me.
So worth it. All right.
Anyway, hello everyone.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I just needed to go have a wee. Mr. Sholmes, what are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. Oh my god.
So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm sorry?
After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to look in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized, the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship.
Well,
I had nothing knocked on my mind. It was too too ashamed to let society see what my downfall to me. So, feigning a mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets of this desolate place. Whilst I shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, a 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Aldo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely.
Then, why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know.
Yes, I have heard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered.
You're so charming. You really were sad, weren't you?
Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you.
It would seem that my inferences are correct.
Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again?
My dear Dan, sometimes I wonder, will my genius for deduction become commoditized? How much could I pawn it for?
It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. Find out next time. What's the right thing to do here?
Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament.
What a blue blaze have you been, eh?
Pardon?
When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be that help! Straight away! Not an hour later!
Harsh.
Poor Sholmes.
And who, pray tell, are you?
Mr. Eggbert Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person.
They're about to sum their stance.
Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn.
There always are.
I beg your pardon.
The first is this.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate this theme?
It's good.
The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed.
It's a delightful concert of violins.
Concerto, one will call it. And the second is this. A considerable crime in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with the intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions?
Oh,
He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg.
His Eggerts are getting Benedicted.
It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction.
who do you think you are, sir?
Louder, Duck.
Ah yes, as I hoped.
Give us your all.
That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin?
Yes!
The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular.
Play the music!
You have found. I'm going to the toilet. I'll be right back.
I'm also going to the bathroom. BRB.
Damn, they're all going.
Good thing I got water right here. Let's go. First of all, we must ask ourselves what business adventure this pawnbrokery today? You claim to have fallen as pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. That is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement for this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that the man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions.
I love his poses.
The cane, which you will literally clutch to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction.
What utter rot! I've I've had this cane for years.
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing pharaoh. The end of any walking cane will be terminated without a metal pharaoh to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of the stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod.
Oh my god.
Is the broken handle of a shovel.
You're insane.
And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true move of coming here was to take implement as an establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime.
Chums, please.
That was just one. Oh, well.
Oh yeah, baby.
Well, I'm back to the toilet.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
Great
kidding.
crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let's continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning.
This is utterly absurd.
I'm back.
You suggest that I, gentlemen, intend to excavate the ground between this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there?
What on earth indeed? Oh!
Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say?
Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped.
What?
Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and completely dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter which your eyes are inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewage works, beneath the shop is a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road.
Oh my god.
This madness has entered the sewers now, has it?
By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway. That flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite.
What are you?
In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by the dint of underground tunnels.
Master plan?
Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off in the underground vault of the bank?
Are you quite serious?
Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer.
That's just so fucking delightful.
But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Miss Benedict?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. postcard of the group.
Postcard of the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me.
Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway.
Yeah, that's the thing, Josh. I think they all are. Like, all of Holmes' little deductions are, like, actually references to all of his, like, tales,
I was gonna bring it up at the end. Yeah, I've read this story. It's the Red-Headed League, which is about a bunch of good criminals.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize. Yeah, I have read that as well. I didn't even realize this reference.
Yeah, it's a
that's why,
pawnbrokery, it's a bank, it's tunnels. Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, that's why we're on the boat. He was sure that the snake did it, because that was the case of the speckled band.
Watson almost shoots a guy during it.
Yeah.
And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank, on the other side of this road.
Arden?
Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of which that sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserved funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it on your hat, please.
Oh my god, Holmes!
You just gave it to a lot of people.
Now, they were all already privy to it. They stole that information, you see.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this pawn-poking puzzle.
This man.
I love this guy.
Local genius.
Mr. Sholmes.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upleading deduction from Detective Ratcliffe Nolan's. Would you not agree?
Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault?
Indeed. Though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence.
Oh my god!
Best kept British secret.
But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact.
Ah,
And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it?
there can be but one explanation for that. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal.
But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret.
Oh.
Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Winterbank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all.
Sorry, 1 second. Oh, my life, I assure you. I'm not so unscrupulous.
Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care.
Buddy.
One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out.
Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes.
An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. Excellent idea.
Well then, Miss Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure.
Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape.
Such.
Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Sherlock Holmes is magnificent. Logic and reason spectacular.
God.
Hold it, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, Naruhodo.
So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor.
Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he?
No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time?
Well, let's find out here, shall we? Oh! What shall we stand? Oh, look at that little Gina. Look at.
Oh my gosh, it's precious.
She's a little scrunko! I love it!
Just stand there for a second, sir.
Oh, look at that scribbled. Look at all the scribbled notes in the back of the flyer here.
I don't believe it.
What is it?
Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2".
Oh, she's so wee.
Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade.
Goodness.
She is a little scrunko.
There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launched in his face for sure.
And look, the details of the shop have been written down here too. Windy Banks Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th April.
Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Good thing we checked it out.
Take that!
Take that!
Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade.
Quite so, my dear fellow. It appeared that the writing and the sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertained to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery here. Oh.
You originally told us.
Eating.
That you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you.
Mm-hmm.
But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie.
It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today. By which I mean... Here to Windybank's Pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat.
So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive.
Just the quietest little. How does that Final Fantasy 14 treat you, Doc?
I'm not playing it.
Oh fuck.
And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions.
Yes.
The chain which you originally clutched your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction.
Oh wait, it's the same lines.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We're on to the next.
We're okay.
Little fixer-upper.
What's a ferro?
It's the metal cap commonly found in the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement.
I understand.
Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane.
But it doesn't actually look broken, does it?
No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious.
In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know.
It's the key to unlock an ancient set of vampires that will rule the world.
It's a gun.
The pillar pin.
Look here, Mr. Sato. Ag? Well, that's his name. There are some letters on the handle.
Ah, yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names.
So, Herlock Sholmes will be HS, you mean?
That's right. And the initials on this cane are obviously... Oh.
AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right?
Take that!
Eggbert. Get addicted.
Eggbert, Benedict.
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing.
A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggbert Benedict?
Oh.
We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet, in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp the cane-bearing initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed. Would you not agree?
No, you're wrong. This cane isn't.
You said before that you'd had that cane for years.
Good.
What are you doing over there, Doug? What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
Working?
No, thank
Quack.
God. Quack. I thought you were referring to me as Quack, and I was like, what?
So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park.
In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name.
No.
Recoil, sir.
Oh, this is the old dialogue.
I know.
You see, he's actually a Fate servant. He's withholding his true name, so you don't expose his weaknesses.
Oh, I see. He's a ruler.
Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him.
But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything he's told us is untrue.
So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him.
Why? How would we do the... Oh!
There we go.
Oh!
Rip and tear!
I got really buff in the past 2 months.
Oh, the seam on the shoulder there is coming apart, look!
So it is.
Do you know, a moment ago, when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him moving a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of this seam ripping open.
If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to round around it, give me a second.
You
If you
smell
were to-
toast!
If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart.
That I'd like to see.
Susato? You... Huh?
Yeah, alright, whoa, alright.
Sorry?
Just moving along. So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around?
Or not moving along.
She's really giving this some thought.
How about we attack the problem at present first before you give into Susato's dreams, eh?
The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see.
Doc?
I did it not pick up?
No.
Ah.
Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit.
Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart.
Susato?
Christian?
Yes.
Over your broad shoulders.
Broad shoulders. They are quite broad.
My suspicions were aroused from the outset.
Something's getting aroused, all right.
It wouldn't be JoJo's if there wasn't at least a mild amount of eroticism.
When you so badly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket.
All right, boldly lied.
I'm sorry,
Boldly
I
lied.
Bald lie. I caught it the moment you picked
It's
it
a
up.
boldly lie.
Bald.
Oh!
Oh!
This catalog of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windybank.
Oh.
Oh!
He's delightful.
For irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed.
Of course it has. To abscond with the redeemed item.
Oh, Scurry absconds all the time.
Ah, yes.
What an
Well,
oddly
since this
specific
can't
color.
possibly be true. His Fast-paced motions are great. There she goes again.
The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windybanks would never allow you to redeem the article.
Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article, whether it was yours or not.
Oh my god.
So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow?
Perhaps.
Revolver. Go click on the revolver.
I mean,
Revolve on.
This is Mr. Windybank's gun.
Yes, loaded with only one bullet, he said. It would appear that being a pawnbroker is a very life-or-death profession.
That might just be this particular establishment. Can we present it?
Yeah, present it. It's not like you get penalties.
It's just
There's
a
no
little
penalties
gag.
in here. There's no penalties in here.
It's just one little gag, one little goof. We deserve
Trying to get
it.
your perfect run.
okay.
Coercing the broker for information by holding a gun to his head, that's assault. But using the broker's own gun to do it, that's rubbing assault in the wound.
I'm going to go.
Ryunosuke, you dense motherfucker.
I go.
baby.
But somehow, when none of us were looking, you must have forced Mr. Windybank to tell you the watchword.
What spectacular they contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion.
Holy shit.
Oh, well, it's supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular, so I thought I'd contribute to the show.
This is my show, Mr. Naruto. Kindly perform any particular experiments on your own stage.
Sorry.
Oh, there is penalties.
Yeah.
Rubbing
Yeah, it happened
assault
last case.
in the wound.
It happened
huh?
last case too.
Jesus.
Yeah, assault in the wound.
Is that a picture of a cat? Oh my god, is that Wagahai?
There's no way.
I can't click
Well,
on it.
it's just a... Well, it's...
Just be a cat.
Old lamp. Borf!
That is a very realistic dog. Look at this, Mr. Subtle.
Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windybank has scribbled to himself.
Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor.
Greetings, Professor.
Mr. Windybank must make note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. And in alarmingly clear script as well.
Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see?
Can we inspect the shovels?
No.
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 Oh, no. This looks to be quite an old lamp.
But it's obviously been well looked after. And there's oil in it too.
Gosh, I'm so curious. In other words, it's still in use. How would he spin this one?
Yes, it would appear so. But as for how it can be related to Mr. Benedict knowing the watchword for the pond article, I have no idea.
That makes two of us.
Yeah. Like, I gotta find out now.
This lamp may be old, but it's in tip-top condition, and it's been polished until it gleams. Somehow, by some inexplicable physical phenomenon, the watchword was reflected in the glass chimney.
No way.
And you read it with your superhuman eyesight. It's the only logical explanation. With star platinum.
He even attempted that.
What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruto?
It's just following the natural progression of the deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Well, the truth is, you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt?
Yes, a lot.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Star platinum could do that.
These are way too funny. I'm so mad that we can't see all of them in one run.
I mean, you can if you save load.
I know, but like that's the thing is you have to save and load so much. They're so
That shit can't
funny.
be that bad.
Hold on.
council notices could include all sorts of information about local affairs. They're certainly not limited to information about upcoming remedial sewage works. So there's an undeniable possibility that the watchword was sent out to everyone in the neighborhood.
Are you quite concentrating? You mentioned not exactly what I did originally.
Oh, yes. So I have. Sorry.
Well, I do understand. As imitable as I am, people do like to try. But you won't make a great detective like that. Nor even a great detective's assistant.
An assistant's assistant, Ben? Alright, I'll think again.
I can't believe you can get penalized for that.
These are so wonderful. I'm so mad that we can't get them all in one. I hate that you have to save load. I hate that.
You'd only need to do it once.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that question.
The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn.
Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article.
An article.
He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on the note that he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question.
I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker.
But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages.
What are you talking about?
It is increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before your acquisition against Mrs. Strahd.
In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Winterbank.
When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is common practice.
You observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger.
And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade.
Master plan.
Doug.
What's up?
All right. Let's put the final bullet in this nonsense.
I think this is...
Oh, is it new?
I have no idea.
Yeah, this seems new. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence, because you mentioned the code earlier.
Oh, we're back to this.
Yeah, now we go.
God.
And the articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets.
Which, according to Mr. Winniebank, isn't even worth a penny.
And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why?
I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Could we? Really? I'd better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far.
It's my arm, man! I want to so bad. I think I have one left.
Three.
Fuck
You have
it.
2 penalties left.
No!
No!
Owned.
Darn it.
You have
Rip.
been judged.
Ah.
You indeed have been found wanting.
This is the point where if you haven't done the McGilded looking, you have to, or it won't look, I don't think.
You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know.
Doug?
That on the back.
What's got you so distracted?
It reads, for McGilded.
Ah,
Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances in the Old Bailey 2 months ago.
My God.
A prominent man in London, though his lawn-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate?
Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, He was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you squeezed yourself into.
Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggbert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today.
Yeah. Same time, guys.
Was
Was to
to
retrieve
an
an article
left behind
by the late
Magnus
Magnus the Gilded.
Gilded.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Eh.
Ah! As if I've been personally attacked by the state.
Yes.
That's our stand power.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
They just have to trust each other, Spear. That's all it is.
No.
It's trust. Not Discord, desync, whatever. It's all about trust.
Well, Mr. Magnus the Gilded.
Once they both hear that they're off sync, they just have to trust that the other person will correct and then not double correct, and then they'll be perfect.
Yeah.
We are synced in our hearts.
Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances.
Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind.
Pray tell, Mrs. Sato.
Well, according to what Mr. Windybank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not?
Ronald?
Oh, my apologies. I've just been so quiet.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it first was deposited.
Well, today is 15th April, so 2 months ago today.
It's been 2 months.
Would have been the 15th February, sir. But that's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m. I see.
What? But that suggests
Yes, 15th February.
it's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place.
Oh, my god!
Whoa.
At 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding.
Well, I'm burdened to death.
Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence.
Ooh, we are squaring this circle.
You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However,
Oh my god!
I must insist you hand over the music box disc now.
We are.
Chris,
having
you
an
asked the question.
Stand power.
Oh, wait.
Do you think this is a giant red flag?
I mean, I'm seeing a big black gun, so.
It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box.
Yeah, I agree. What do I do?
No!
No. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not.
Oh, fuck.
Mr. Winterbank, no!
This is my shop. I cannot allow any harm to come to any of my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life.
Mr. Winterbank, no!
That's enough.
Inspector Gregson!
Play his accordion music.
Inspector?
That's right, sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this then?
He said it, he said the line.
Freeze me, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment.
I'm still pointing this gun at you. It would seem you have the upper hand.
Yeah.
Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate you bought with some petty argy-bargy.
Pardon?
Betty? Mr. Windybank very nearly met with his end.
For like the 5th time today.
Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I can tell.
Oh dear.
And the whole of Britain could be to its end if I don't get the ball in this case I'm supposed to be working on.
What? What on earth is the case, Inspector?
Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station.
Oh fuck.
But of course, Inspector. Wait!
Ah! He's getting away!
Oh.
Get off them, lads.
This is the army officer, too!
Sir.
Get Rolly on his case. I can't believe he spun out of here.
And
Speed.
there's been a spate of thefts at the pawn shops around here recently.
They used Tom on.
So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble.
Oh, Inspector. I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed.
You sure were, Grossberg Prime.
Now then, Mr. Permanently in Mourning.
Oh. Yes.
I'll be taking that whatever it is in McGilden's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over.
No, my disc. Oh, yes, of
No,
course.
my disc.
Disc X.
No, don't give it to him. He's mine. That he's mine.
I kind of forgot you were here, actually, Mr. Strong.
I'm sorry, miss. But handing them along to Mr. McGilden has to be taken in as evidence now.
As evidence?
If the police demand someone as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate.
Fuck.
It's all yours, Inspector.
Gah. Unavoidable chin move.
And so, we handed Mr. McGilda's disc over to Inspector Gregson,
Gregson.
and were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street.
Turfed. Just like bounce on our butts.
To be
To be
continued. Hi,
Wow.
honey.
How's it going, Blue?
It was not even a crime. Okay, well, that's not true.
What?
There was definitely a gun being
There was
pointed-
attempted robbery.
Yeah, well, I'm talking Ace Attorney terms. There hasn't been anything yet.
Okay.
Yeah, well, nobody died last case.
True.
Investigation Part 2.
It's a very unique game.
Yeah.
I'm running out of liquid.
There's plenty in the sea.
See, that's what I
Yeah,
grown-ups.
that's what I said.
Plain sea.
All they do is feed you a pack of lies and stuff away from you.
Oh, really, Mr. Strahd? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm?
What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, the D let me keep it. After I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and then said, go on then, have it, before telling me to scarper. Oh, he's pays off giving people a look giving people a look like you ate him.
I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day.
Vanessa, actually, she is 17 currently, so she is not an adulate. So she can
Not
still
yet.
hate grown-ups.
Can't we all?
I hate people beginning with one year older than me.
What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc?
But Mr. Windbank said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm gonna go have another bash. Give him a long hard stare.
I think not, Mr. Strahd. We shan't enter Windy Banks again today.
Yeah, why not? That's not fair.
It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windbank.
Oh, but that disc's mine. I had the ticket for this coat and it was in this coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what the rotten cove said, ain't it?
Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he?
Well, then it's mine too. Whatever it is.
Now she's really pushing her luck.
Mr. Strahd, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day.
Oh, yeah? And it's all your fault, Sholmes.
So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And I might entertain with a modest violin recital.
No. No, Ta.
Oh.
Why would I come around to your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? Poof. Bye. Oh dear, she's gone.
Having reveled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add.
I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway.
Interesting.
When she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come.
Very well then.
You see, in Japan we have this concept called a tsundere.
No! No! Nar, even.
I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the dinner table this evening.
Gina's not a tsundere.
And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later, too.
Sorry?
I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
Oh, how exciting! What is it?
Another gun?
You shall have to wait and see, Mr. Sato. Until later, then.
Oh, okay, bye.
Well, okay, bye.
Yep, it's all...
I mean, admittedly, it wouldn't be much of a surprise if I told you, now would it?
I mean, fair enough.
Well, 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 Mr. Eggbert, you're so fucking smart, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is time. Come here, fingers against my throat.
Ah, Susie and Bruno, come in, come in.
Good afternoon, Iris. How long were we in there?
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning.
What time is it?
Oh, didn't it say?
Oh, it did. How long were we in there?
Hours.
Didn't we have breakfast?
Hours.
Were we in there for like 6 hours?
I don't mention it. Oh goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always.
I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh yes. After all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess.
Look at those little eyes of hers shining.
Oh dear. It is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise. Yes, that's wonderful news.
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
Oh yes, that does sound like fun.
Buggers!
I'm not so sure that's entirely
Woggy
appropriate.
woggy.
Are you Mr. Not-a-Hood?
By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to?
Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Did you get your Oh yeah, it's there.
I beg that you won't speak to me.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here.
I don't know how to respond to that.
What happened? I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are.
Oh.
What's the matter, Bruno? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is! Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes? You're wondering, am I right?
No, how? How did you? It's okay, I played either Sally and
Oh,
Fox.
Bruno, I can read you like a book.
This girl is dangerous.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
I must examine the blackboard.
Hey, by the way, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Happy Father's Day.
No, I don't get to
Happy
examine the
Father's
blackboard.
Day, Iris.
Happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day.
Hey, Ron, Ray.
Yo.
Yes?
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Oh boy.
So, Mr. Sholmes, what are you so engrossed in?
Oh, Christian.
Did you not hear? I am not here!
Of course you're not.
I cannot think why the whole bed of the ocean is not one solid mass of oysters, so prolific with creatures seem.
What?
Pardon? He won't even turn around and look at me.
It's best just leave him alone when he's in one of his moods like this.
Yes, I can see that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, everything was already inspected. So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right?
Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh.
Good.
I chase after her down the back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship.
And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There's so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same when I shoot him with it now.
Poor Hurley.
Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she does actually come.
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That, and where are your real parents?
My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mommy passed away when I was born. And then around the same time, my father, well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in that metal chest over there.
Really? He recorded them all?
So, you mean it's true, Mr. Sholmes? Really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes! I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So, Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father?
Exactly! Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. But that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it. And found your father's memoirs.
Thank you, Christian.
Jesus Christian.
Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me, that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
So, Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. In case anyone here doesn't know about Sherlock Holmes.
He had a partner named Dr. Wilson. Watson. Look, you know what they had him in JP as. Fucking shut up. Leave me alone. I'm struggling over here, okay?
Just the best image I had at hand.
I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me that he wasn't really my daddy, I mean...
It must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
Right.
Right now.
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all of those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved a case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he'd just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
Jesus.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his
Claire.
stories that he's a doctor of medicine, you see.
Claire, do you understand yet?
That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson.
I can almost figure it
Hey,
out.
Ray!
The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naoto. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
The victim's name was, Dr. John H. Wilson. That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Miss Susato,
Yes.
perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you.
Hello.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes!
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before?
Huh.
Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you?
We've been with you for most of the day.
Oh, customer service voice. Happy Father's Day, Iris. Your dad's dead.
Goodness, really?
Yes.
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever you were talking about, dear madame.
Your dad is dead. Your daddy is dead.
Don't help me.
My daddy is dead.
Oh,
Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Miss Sato. This is the one Greg's demand we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGildy's disc.
Beef!
Oh my!
That, what's it doing here?
You know, at times, Mr. Naoto, I think that though I have an undeniable term for protection, I may well even be more adept at larceny.
Sholmes!
God.
That's not something to be proud of!
Well, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Runo could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
I would not defend you. Right.
He just morphs into Arsene on the spot.
Uh,
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all our medicine crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted.
I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think.
Oh my god.
Anyway, have you seen my armband? I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard.
Check out this nonsense.
Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this.
Pardon?
That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken.
If you will humor me, my dear fellows,
When don't I?
cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc.
God.
I'll be taking back whatever it is Mr. Gilder's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over.
Oh, yes, of course.
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to pitch it. It's all yours. For the briefest moments, I had the disc in my hand. Did I not?
Check
Yes.
this out.
Yes, you did? But I still don't understand.
This is absolutely ludicrous.
Hit me, Holmes.
It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars. This.
That's amazing. By the way, this disc is pretty small. It might have seemed big, but it is actually quite small.
Yeah.
The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel.
Indeed. The caramel is quite exceptional. I developed myself, you know.
Ah,
Suitably soft for making impressions, resistant to melting. The result of a feisty controlled solution.
and edible to boot.
How extraordinary.
Carrying a pair of these on one person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press, and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high circus nourishment.
Yeah, it sounds illegal.
From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc we played.
I mean, yeah, me too.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea.
No idea?
None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
No, I'm afraid not. Please teach me something else in this.
Goodness, you don't know, Bruno?
But, well, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
Very nice rendition of yours.
But over time, a new type of player was produced, which used discs such as these.
Yeah.
With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
Oh my god.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present.
And even if it is a 5-second loop.
Oh.
But it is the very success of the invention that means we're now presented with an insurmountable problem.
Fuck.
What do you mean?
As you may imagine, the construction of one's firm's music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which this music box, this particular bit disc, was designed to play.
Well, fug.
There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable.
Ah, I see. So that's why.
Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes that ever have made in Europe.
Every single one? That's early for you. Always taking things too far.
But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it?
Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I should just have to ask you to vacate the attic room.
What? Can't you take it to a pawnbroker's?
Well, then I'll get it robbed again.
Magnus McGilda, not a name I heard to hear again so soon.
Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Let's have a recap. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion.
Hours.
How many times you're gonna make me burn to death?
Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Sip. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial,
The newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
the murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason,
Oh my god. Guys.
yeah?
Guys.
Hmm?
The coat was put in the pawnbroker on the night of the murder.
Yeah.
Yeah?
How could he possibly have been traveling so late at night in the middle of Britain winter without a coat on?
Also, how could he do that if he was busy murdering this guy?
Yeah. That's Thrice-Fired Mason's coat.
Well, remember,
Ah.
he was also burning to death at the time it was put in, so...
No, that was the day after, Doug.
No, that was the day of the trial.
Yeah. He put it in. The coat was put in at like 10:30 during
Yeah,
the time of the murder.
Yeah, this guy right here died on the 15th of February.
Oh, so I
Around-
assumed that they were referring to the death of McGilded as the murder. Okay,
No.
Yeah, this guy died around between 10 and 11 p.m., which is when the coat was put in.
My
Right, okay.
God.
Well,
Mr. McGilded's coat. And he was busy being here. So, mysteries still abound in this case. Speaking of which, in the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea of what really happened that night.
You never will.
And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not.
Just keep rich.
And you'll never know.
It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
You having some trouble there, right?
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it?
Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker.
Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windybank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he?
Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Were his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh, yes. The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windybank's storeroom, gathering dust.
My dear madame, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Zam. Well, there may be an occasional mix-up.
Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
Uh-oh.
What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said The Hound of the Baskervilles? But how could you know the full title? Well,
That's because Miss Susato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But Bruno, The Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Winterbank's?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
Huh? What is it, Mr. Sholmes?
It would appear our guest has arrived.
And you're not getting the answer to that tale anytime soon.
Miss Lestrade.
This is a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going!
No, wait, Miss Lestrade. Whoop. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris?
Oh yes, just wait there, Ginny. You will have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the door, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer.
Meddlesome it is then. Duck?
Duck?
Kitty. Wow, how did you know your line?
I'm just that good.
That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome. And Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed.
Let's go.
Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night.
But
Shikashi.
ugh.
That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine.
And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
The best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Murahodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Susato-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
No. The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
I have to participate in the next Holy Grail War, Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm a 5-star.
It's a collaboration event with Fake Current Order.
And I'm not invited?
You're the welfare. You'll be introduced after a week's time lock.
Oh, well, I mean, fair enough.
The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? But when?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, what? Then we have to start preparing at once?
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Mr. Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
What on earth for, indeed? I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about, then?
What's all this thing?
Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder?
Good evening, friends.
Ah, Iris. Hello again.
Time to cut the tension with a broadsword.
And Gina, too.
Yes, Ginny's gonna stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me.
Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well, yeah.
How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea.
You know, I've learned so much today.
Oh? What in particular?
All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I'll do my best, Josh.
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Wait, what? That's mine!
Twice now.
Oh my. However did you...
I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius.
Genius! Genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though.
Ah, thank you. Haven't I told you? I can regale you.
Alright then, good night.
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, is it?
Well, you've been here before.
What do you think, Ginny?
Well, I think I wouldn't fancy me chancing with a lawyer who lives in a place like this.
Yes, me too.
Alright, girls.
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does.
Just read his mind again.
The truth come out.
Do I examine?
Ooh. Nope.
Renault, what are you doing?
Look, I'm not going to steal nothing, alright? It's all junk anyway.
It is not. Charming. I suppose I should engage our guests in conversation, really.
You may not observe the Spade Shovel War again.
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you?
Aren't you going to tell me?
I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please.
What are these secrets? What's going on here?
Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward.
Oh no, not at all, Iris, not at all.
Bet.
I don't know what all this is about, really, but
It's the same.
it's the story you made up, is it, Iris? This mantle script, or whatever you call it.
I love her.
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries.
Daddies?
That's right. I don't suppose I mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner.
Eh?
I have no fucking idea. That's a great question.
That is a
They've solved all sorts
perpendicular
of
move.
strange and mysterious cases together.
Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was just as surprised as you are, though.
How are you still voicing 3 characters here, Christian? You're the one stumbling. What's going on?
Because it's 6 a.m.
And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened.
So, where's your old man now then?
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time. So I've never really met him.
And you never will. Oh, right.
Come to think of it,
Blah.
I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her.
Given that we
You know, the
literally just
pickpocket
she's
living out on the streets.
The
Surely
street
she has some
urchin.
good stories to tell about her parents.
Maybe.
the actual street urchin.
You know, you can really just blame Sherlock for not ever fucking telling her.
Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story, I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? On account of you saying exactly that?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know, but it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains you to say this after all you've toiled over for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time. Under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please, do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris. When the time is right.
He wasn't quite so tight-lipped earlier today, was he? And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Winterbank, isn't it?
Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe.
Well, that really gets my goat, that does. And he's treating like a child. I mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that.
I'm sure Mr. Shums isn't trying to be mean.
Huh?
If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
I think so too. You lot are too trusted for your own good. But you can't put the will over my eyes. Shelms is lying, Iris. I bet my life on it.
Of what?
Hurley's lying to me?
What? What do I? Huh?
Well, there's another person in this room.
Oh, right. I gotta. She's all the way over there.
Making herself comfy.
Second.
I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I ain't got any, have I? Never did have.
Then how did you come to be?
Rat. Street rat.
I don't buy that. I was gonna say if you didn't. Well.
Oh.
Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants stuff to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums.
Rough.
But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by.
So that's why you're a pickpocket.
Nah, diving's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse.
Well, fair enough.
And that's how we all afford to eat. It's like I'm Robin Hood, ain't it? That's how I see it.
Radical dreamers, this one.
Robin Hood. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I was sort of make everything right. But I haven't listened to what Oris just said. That sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you'd never know him, if you never know you had him, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet him.
It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much.
Oh, Iris. Well,
This is very awkward.
what do you mean, Ray? What do you mean? What do you mean?
This is very awkward.
Oh, it's fine.
Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know they're lying?
Mr. Schultz is like Iris.
What a line.
Well, he reckons he popped
Sorry, I had to
behind the
respond.
script
No,
or
it was a
whatever,
work
right?
thing. Don't be mean to me. Ah, so mean. I reckons he pulled that mantle script or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously loud rubbish.
Oh my. Why would you think that, Gina?
I simple. If that story really is no Wendy Banks storeroom.
You got a bit of.
Got a bit of Rolly in there, my bad.
Yeah. A shimpo.
A shimpo,
Story
Sha.
really watching all the
Sha.
way next door.
Yes, sir.
There's no way someone from half around the world, in other words, you, could know about it.
It's shrimpo.
Sorry, Iris, but if you asked me, he sold it. Without telling you.
But Hurley would never do something like that, I'm sure of it.
Granted, it's a lot worse than that, believe me. Bar-faced liars, the lord of them. You just haven't realised it yet. I'm telling ya, that mantle script ain't at Windy Banks. You'd soon see it if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes.
See?
Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my mental...
It's contagious.
my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
The coffee spreading.
Oh my goodness, look at the time!
I know we've been in this case for 3 hours and there hasn't even been a murder yet.
Come along, Ginny, we should go back downstairs.
Yeah, all right.
And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist.
Aren't you going to Lord Strongheart?
Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris. Sure is easy to forget, isn't it?
Is Gina the mainstay now? Yeah. Welcome to the plot, Gina.
Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child. Speaking of which, hello.
Still just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turn in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Goodbye.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father. But also, the name of the murdered visiting professor at Hume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on.
Honk shoo shoo shoo. Honk me me me.
Ryunosuke actually like Sneeps. Sneeps.
Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo.
voice? That's Mr. Sholmes. What's going on? It's the middle of the night.
It's Mrs. Strahd. She's gone.
Gina?
She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty.
Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no?
I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mr. Sato. Oh, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now.
Over an hour? Oh.
If you'll indulge me, look out of the window.
What's this about? Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? And how can I see that from this perspective?
Yeah, actually! That's Mr. Windibank's pawnbroker, eh?
Mr. Windibank's? Oh no.
It's simple, see? That story was really on the Windibank storeroom, see? There's no way someone...
Unfinished business.
Without telling you.
Could Gina have gone?
It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry? Oh, no, not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate.
Miss Sato. Oh, okay.
1 in the morning, baby!
The door to Windibank's. It's open.
And the lamp is burning.
It must be Gina, mustn't it?
Let us hope it's nothing more sinister.
What?
Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside.
There's no one here.
Oh yes, there is.
Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
What the? Has Sholmes been shot?
Oh god.
Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo.
But...
After them, go!
Right. Blast. I've lost them.
What have we here? Oh, it's the Bobby.
Doc.
The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that?
Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot.
Shot?
With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windibank's.
Oh no.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruhodo.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry! It's Gina!
I'm dead!
Already dead!
Sorry, Ron.
I'm dead!
To be continued!
Ah!
And that's a pretty good time to leave it off, I think.
That is a wonderful time to cliffhang all of you.
I feel cold.
What a place to leave it.
Ah, we love to see a murder committed in a Phoenix Wright game. Bang. Ah. It'll be alright, Mr. Naruhodo. After them, go.
You would love to see the immediate recap.
Behind that door in the storeroom. Hurry!
Oh, yeah, that's Shorms. Just I'm used to close.
Resident. Oh no!
It's Jaina.
It's Gina.
Oh, it sure did, Mr. Naruhodo. I just saved. I don't need to save again.
You save?
Ah!
Press any key.
Where's the any key?
Well, if it weren't so late, we'd do a funny little thingy reader, but we'll save those for a weekend when someone can't be there, so we can just have fun with that.
The next one is gut-bustingly funny.
Oh, is it?
It's pretty funny.
All right,
I think it's the funniest stuff.
Maybe we'll do just one of them next weekend as a start.
What a case, huh, Mr. Ryanosuke?
What a game, huh? Captain, it's only the 5th case.
Yeah, what a game. It's only the 5th case of 10. Oh my god. Alright, everyone, thanks for coming. I had a great time. Winnie Banks is dead. Shocked.
I'm shocked.
He's been shot. He's dead. He's toast.
Well, I know the primary suspect. He feels the person
see you
aiming a
guys.
gun at him the entire freaking day.
I'll try to see you guys on Tuesday. My parents are visiting, so I might not. I'll probably see you on Thursday because my parents are visiting on Tuesday. But I will see you this week. I hope you have a good time. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm dead. Bye.
Bye.